darlings, why are we here? I'll tell you why we're here. I found out as Fumi Nation community grew that April, which is my birthday month, is Autism Awareness Month. And I was at a place last year, was it the year before, where I said to myself, I wanted to have my charities and causes that I advocate for. And autism is one of them. There are a lot of families with children on the spectrum of which I support and I also follow. And so when we had Donald Trump make this announcement at Charlie Kirk's funeral, I was, my interest was piqued. In all fairness, before I say anything about the late Charlie Kirk's funeral, I did appreciate the fact that Donald Trump is looking for a cause, that he is looking for results, that he's looking into it. I give him that credit and I appreciate it, because I would like to think that he's coming from a sincere place. And so research is going to take a while. I believe that the statement that he made was very, very much premature. Saying that Tylenol is the cause of autism has been heavily debunked. Heavily debunked.
Just had a chance to watch the president's announcement on autism.
Taking Tylenol is not good. There are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. That have no autism. Does that tell you something? There's a very strong recommendation, maybe stronger from me than from the group, because they're waiting for certain studies. I just want to say, I want to say it like it is. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it.
Lots of falsehoods there, but a few things to keep in mind. Number one, the president wrongly says that if a child doesn't take pills, they don't take vaccines, that the risk of autism is zero. That is not true. We know that family risk factors, family genetics, environmental risk factors like air pollution, maternal age at first birth are big drivers of the increased incidence of autism. What isn't a risk factor for the development of autism is the use of Tylenol during pregnancy for pregnancy-related pain. He shouldn't be putting that message out there, because some women need to manage pregnancy-related pain, and there aren't a lot of options out there to do so. Tylenol still proves to be safe and effective based on the best quality research. Number two, he says regarding Tylenol,
with Tylenol, don't take it. Don't take it.
Again, what is he talking about? Sometimes you need to take a medication to relieve your pain, and Tylenol remains amongst the very few options, medication-wise, to treat pregnancy-related pain without harming baby. So again, best quality research he is ignoring. His team is cherry-picking data. They're choosing to only look at the data that they want to look at, which is correlative data, nothing that actually proves out causation. They've even admitted it.
There's a statement that was put out by the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and in their statement, they write, Fumidesaluvold remains a safe, trusted option for pain relief during pregnancy. And that's at odds with what you said and with what many of the experts say. How do you clear up this confusion?
That's the establishment. They're funded by lots of different groups. And you know what? Maybe they're right. I don't think they are, because I don't think the facts bear it out at all.
And there's a reason why the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists continue to recommend Tylenol for pregnancy-related pain, lowest effective dose if needed. If you have any questions, talk to your medical provider.
I'm Dr. Jason Goldman, President of the American College of Physicians. Today, the American College of Physicians, representing over 162,000 internal medicine specialists, call upon President Trump and Congress to remove and replace Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services. As physicians and scientists, we have lost confidence in the Secretary's ability to perform his duties in this role. He has spread medical misinformation, he has not relied on science, data, or evidence, and his actions represent an existential threat by continuing to undermine the data and public health infrastructure and evidence that we rely on to take care of our patients. We deserve a secretary who will rely on the evidence and science to make sure we can make the best decisions for our patients. Our country deserves better.
And we have to also be sensitive, because there are families that so very, 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 very much would love to have a solution for this. It is a little bit cruel to give anybody false hope, to give any family, any parent false hope. You do anything for your child, and so it is impossible for you not to be curious, not to listen, not to hope. And I spoke to a couple today, and they said that they were hoping that this announcement would be more than this. I hopefully believe that with more research, you never know. With more research, you never know. I don't believe that this headache medication, I mean, come on, give us a break. That's all that you could come with. That's all that you thought that you can just easily present and say, ah, yes, that this is what causes autism. It's not enough. It's not enough for the families that are going through this.
So as a parent of 2 autistic kids, I feel like the conversation around Tylenol is really a distraction. But why aren't there any conversations about expanding the resources for those of us who are either, caring for autistic children or adults, or just autistic adults in general who need some resources when it comes to like executive functioning, things like that? Because there's so many people who weren't diagnosed as children but have been diagnosed in recent years. And yeah, people have made it. They've lived this long and are doing what they got to do. But some help would be nice. Some resources would be nice. But it's not really there. It's not even easy to get your kid tested for autism. These wait lists, if you're not paying privately, these wait lists, I mean, for my younger son, the wait list was about 1.5 years. For my older son, it was maybe about 6 months too. But that was then. Now I hear it's even longer. So why are we talking about that? Why aren't we talking about expanding funding? But I know the answer to these questions. So that's my take on all of this. I want to focus more on the resources to help people who are living and who are severely disabled. Because then there's, my family's a low supports needs family. And then there are families that are dealing with a lot more aggression, real cognitive and intellectual challenges that there just don't seem to be enough resources for. So that is my take on Tylenol, autism, blah, 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 blah. Like, can we focus on what we need help with? Like, let's do that.
How can you say that Tylenol causes autism and declares life is a common sense in the press conference with RFK Jr. and Dr. Oz? How can you say that? You know what I thought you would have done? That you would have shown the process, that you would have researched this and tried it on mice and seen the reaction from those that had Tylenol and those that did not. To say that we are in the elementary stages, but we can see a difference here. But just to come out and you can't even pronounce the medical term, it gave me room for pause.
Tylenol and autism. It is probably correlation, not causation. We're going to talk about the difference between that. I'm Dr. Terry Simpson. I've actually published scientific papers. I'm a physician, so I have some experience with this. This is something we always have to watch out for when we make broad conclusions. Let me give you an example. About 90% of the people who had car accidents today were drinking coffee in the morning. Does coffee cause car accidents? Probably not. But you can make that correlation and make it fit very well in some nice little graph. But that's the problem. Here's another one for you. Of all of the women who had children that had autism or autism spectrum disorder that took Tylenol, they have other children who do not have autism spectrum disorder, and they also took Tylenol during that pregnancy. Correlation is not causation. We fight this all the time. Here's a few other simple facts for you. Vaccines and the things in the vaccines do not cause autism. Plenty of robust data showing that, even though anti-vax people will deny it. Here's another one for you. Amish people have the same rate of autism as the rest of the United States of America. There is no difference. There is no group of people that have ever been found that do not have autism. So when you start thinking about things and people are making these broad statements, think, is it correlation or is it causation? And do they have really good scientific data backing it, not just data in a petri dish or data that happens to a mouse or a rodent of some sort? Because that's the kind of data that should be brought forth to the American people when they talk about taking away something like Tylenol, which relieves pain, and especially when they're terribly wrong when they talk about vaccines or the things in the vaccines, because those have been definitively proven to not cause autism. I'm Dr. Simpson. I'm really tired of this nonsense. I'm sure you are too, but I'm going to keep speaking out about science and for science, regardless of what your political agenda is.
So I gently say that I give him kudos. It's a miracle, I never thought I would, for trying to find the cause. But this is not it. Now, like I mentioned, Donald Trump did this on Sunday at the late Charlie Kirk's funeral. Did I watch it? I watched snippets of it, highlights of it, parts of it. And I was just a little bit surprised, and I don't know, perhaps it was per choice, that we did not hear the family speak, that you did not see his close friends speak. It looked very political to me. It looked very showy to me. I wasn't impressed with how Donald Trump presented himself. I didn't see Melania there, but I did see Elon Musk there, and they were shaking hands. I didn't feel as if this was a eulogy to Charlie Kirk. There were a couple of stories here and there, but it came off as if he just decided that, you know what, I'll just wing it and I'll just say whatever. That's how I felt. The whole ceremony just did not give me the sense of saying goodbye. It didn't. And Trump was kind of dancing at the end while Erica was trying to get a hug from him and really acknowledge a moment or whatever. It just didn't give me any of that. I've been to a lot of funerals, and this was very much nothing like it. Again, I will say it, just to be very clear, I wish he was here. With all the things that I did not agree that he said about women, about black pilots, about Black Lives Matter, which was very difficult for me to really digest. I would never have wanted him to see his end the way that he met it, despite the fact that he did say that we have to have a couple of, gunshot deaths. He would prefer that in order to keep the Second Amendment. He said it. The irony of it all was that he was going to die from exactly what he proposed. I didn't feel sincere. It didn't feel sincere. Not at all. I didn't see Candace Owens there. Well, she had said that she wasn't showing up with the feds there and everything. She just said, give me the EGBGs. I don't blame her. But that tells you a lot about all of them. They can't even trust each other to be in that space. That's all I've got to say, my darlings. Let me know down in the comments how you feel. Yes, I do. Look, back up. Have you noticed that I refuse to give any of this away? It's always sold out. Always what? It's always sold out. So, guys, what do I think about our slippery lime shampoo? Let me show you something. And for the benefit of other shampoo products, I covered them. I had to do this test because I needed to prove a point. And I don't want to bring up any other product or brand, but these are other shampoos that I've had. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take them out one by one. Let me put my slippery slime here. I'm going to bring it out one by one, and I'm going to pour it out for you to see. Yeah, look at the consistency. Look at the consistency. Okay, that is one. Look at the consistency of this one. Okay. Look at the consistency of this. Oh God. Look at the consistency of this. Look at the consistency of slippery slime shampoo by Healthy Hair Studio, created by a trichologist called ENITAN. It's a beast. It won't even. Just look. If you are asking me, Fumi, a slippery lime shampoo, Healthy Hair Studio, created by trichologist ENITAN, is it FDV approved? It is absolutely FDV approved. It is absolutely FDV approved. Go right ahead and use my discount code Fumi and get you.